OHCHR investigation team was not granted access to Sri Lanka by both previous government and current government. I will concentrate on the ground situation since the election of this new government in Sri Lanka. Widespread abduction, disappearances, torture, sexual violence continued, and ICPPG has interviewed 34 cases and submitted 30 cases to UN Human Rights Council and other human rights organizations including ITJP and Freedom from Torture who are here today. Continued militarization. The war ended in 2009, 7 years ago. The Tamil homeland is dominated and oppressed to the ratio of 1 military personnel to 5 civilians in Tamil homeland. The personnel are hindering their rights to live like any other citizens of Sri Lanka. Increased policy of singleization by government of Sri Lanka continued to marginalize and destroy Tamil-rich heritage, culture and language. Tamil prisoners of war and the Tamils labeled as terrorists has been held in prison in secret camps without any trials. Human rights organizations and Tamils have repeatedly demanded the release of names of the Tamils held under custody. 7 years is a long time to wait without knowing the fates and loved ones, and majority of them are the breadwinners. Government of Sri Lanka's definition of suspect or terrorist is interesting. 2-month-old baby who surrendered along with a priest was called a terrorist. David Miliband was called as White Tiger. Current Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe, when he addressed the Tamils, he said there were no captives held in any prison. If they are, they all have been killed. The former Foreign Secretary to UK, David Miliband, was caught on camera for calling the President of Sri Lanka as a liar as he walked out of the presidential election meeting. It is true to the current government as well as previous governments in Sri Lanka. Honorable David Cameron and Navi Pillai visited the voiceless people. People helped those, what happened to those voiceless people? They were intimidated and tortured. ICPPG have submitted 4 cases who have managed to escape the torture camp after being in the tortures when David Cameron visited during showtime. In a public meeting, Navi Pillai acknowledged that the priest who attended the meeting with her was instructed not to talk of the real situation. This was organized by government of Sri Lanka. Subsequently, he was intimidated after her visit. Under the disguise of rehabilitation, there are documented cases submitted to UN from rehabilitatees confirming that they were put in labor, and also a case of poisoning. Where does this lead to? Genocide. Genocide includes destruction of culture. The young Tamils generations is being supplied with free drugs, alcohol. Reported cases of forced prostitution continue to grow. With the ratio of 1:5 military to Tamils, it is interesting that all these genocidal crimes are increasing under the watchful eye of military. Atrocities are many. Untold sufferings are plentiful to express within 3 minutes. I stand here today on behalf of the voiceless Tamils to plead to you all, especially the members of parliament who are going to be the next government, to create a future for the displaced Holocaust victims of 21st century. In summary, the war was brought to a bloody end in 2009. Muliwaikal is a modern Holocaust. What is the answer to the lost lives and voiceless? Tamils have clearly said in many times, and I will repeat, call for an international independent investigation on the alleged genocide of Tamils, war crimes committed in Sri Lanka. Call for an internationally monitored referendum on the political aspirations of indigenous Tamils living in Sri Lanka and abroad. Meantime, as a matter of urgency, demilitarization of Tamil homeland and bringing civil administration is vital. Provide devolved power to provincial councils similar to that enjoyed by Scotland. I conclude with a heavy heart today, not being able to cover all the suffering in full